Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. Coming on here to do my last video for Witches Black Lent. I can't believe the second year is already coming to a close. And in this video, I'm just gonna do another raw, very unedited chat with you on some just final thoughts and the closings for my work with Wrath. So, working with Wrath was very intense. Lessons were learned, for sure. Last year, I worked with the sin of greed. Greed was kind of hard to work with, but it wasn't as intense as Wrath. I feel like greed was good for me to work with last year. It was the best first sin for me to work with, because I didn't really know how to incorporate that into my life or my practice in a good way. I had been so brainwashed into thinking that greed was always bad. But if you go back and watch his videos from last year, you'll see that I learned something much different. So Wrath has been a little bit different, just in the sense that, like, I knew at this point in my life, at this point in my practice, on my journey, I knew that Wrath and my sacred rage weren't bad. Like, logically, I knew those things, but I still had a lot of work to do to actually truly believe that, you know? It was also a perfect time. I mean, there's never a wrong time to work with Wrath, but it was also a perfect time to work with Wrath. Not only because of personal things that go on in my life and are going on in my life, but also because of what's going on in the world. Working with Wrath made me brave. Working with Wrath made me motivated. Working with Wrath infused me with this fiery confidence that I could utilize to try and do my part in making the world a better place. If you're a Patreon member, you saw my spell I did with Wrath. And I'll go ahead and just talk about it a little bit here. My spell for Wrath involved utilizing death energy as well as Wrath, my sacred rage. I decided that those two things were a great combo. Because death is the endings, right? It's the ending of something. It can be very banishing, even baneful. Wrath can help you do those things. They just they go very well together. Wrath really encouraged me to be destructive, if you will. So what I did was I wrote down a bunch of stuff in this world that I think is problematic, like the patriarchy and genocide and right-wing extremism, religious extremism, sexism, racism. I just wrote a big list of things that are disgusting, and I was going to burn it outside. It was too windy, it didn't work out. So I brought it inside and I actually drowned it in water. I actually used dark moon water to drown this list, to drown these things and to kill these things. I used death energy, and I invoked wrath using my poem, my incantation that I wrote. And yeah, we hopefully did our part in trying to kill those things. So yeah. So overall, working with wrath has been invigorating. It's been intense. It's been yeah, it's been very I've learned a lot. I've learned that I still have a lot more work to do. And I've also learned that I can easily let go of wrath as much as I can invoke it, right? And I've said this before on this channel, I do hate the phrase let go, let it go. I don't mean to force myself. I don't mean to force myself like I feel like I have to let it go, right? What I mean by that is when I choose to not want to work with my wrath or my sacred rage, I have the power to let it go, to release, right? I can invoke wrath and I can release it as well. So that was pretty cool. And that's very empowering. It's very empowering when you learn that you have control over your emotions, basically, right? And I knew that before. I knew this, but I had to relearn it because it's fucking hard. It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to feel and be filled with rage. And when you want to, even when you want to let it go, it can be hard. But I can do it. I can do it. I hope all this made sense. I hope this made sense. It makes sense in my head, so I guess that's all that matters. I appreciate you guys' patience with my more raw, unedited videos. It's just so much easier nowadays. I promise, especially after this, because these were like weekly videos, right? Like, it was just the easiest way to do it. If I was going to do this weekly, it was just the easiest way to do it, to just put out unedited videos. Hopefully now I'll have a little bit more time to leisurely put out more edited videos, maybe monthly. But yeah, I appreciate your guys' patience. I hope you enjoyed seeing me work with wrath. If you were involved with the Witches Black Lent, let me know how it went for you. I enjoyed watching all of your videos, your guys' videos as well. And I'm excited for the Feast of Fiends. That'll be fun to watch. And until next time, you guys, I hope you stay very well. Don't forget to follow the snake. Oh, and as Jasmine says, I'll see you all in hell. Love you. Bye.